Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a follow-up update on Substratum. I covered this project back in May and I figured 4 months is probably long enough at this point to check back in. In the spirit of transparency, I only have 5 sub-tokens. Someone donated them to me after my first review, so technically it's not in my portfolio. I would like to do a quick shout out to the Substratum team for sending me some awesome swag from my last video. I love this hat, I wear it quite often, so I figured I would show it off in the video. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button or that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also don't forget to leave some comments on the video down below if you agree or disagree with me, whatever. I love talking to you guys after the fact. And I'm always down in the comments trying to make sure that I get to everyone. So if you say something down there, chances are you're going to get a response from me. I'd also like to state that this update video is not a sponsored video and it is not paid for by the Substratum team. My normal disclaimer still applies here. I'm not a financial advisor. All investments have inherent risk, and please always do your own research. My videos are for entertainment purposes only. On to the good stuff. What has Substratum been up to? Well, in June, Justin made an announcement video where he talks a lot about a bunch of different topics, but more specifically how they received a letter of intent from the 8th largest nonprofit organization in the USA. He says they have a transaction processing volume over $1.5 billion a year, and they were coming on board to use Sub's CryptoPay gateway, which is pretty huge. So this is the update where they show the video that Justin does. A lot of their content is video updates, so unfortunately I won't have like a ton of articles and stuff behind me showing it. But they do very in-depth, very good follow-up videos and update videos for the community. When the release was done, they couldn't name the NPO that they were working with, but then in October they released the name and the letter of intent from the National Christian Foundation. So this may not seem like a big deal, but any mainstream adoption of a project is huge, especially considering their CryptoPay is a fiat to crypto gateway. So that's pretty awesome. That would presumably mean that the Christian Foundation would allow people to pay in cryptocurrency. They state here that their means of accepting cryptocurrency as donations, provided that fees are within an acceptable range and other details, security, and so on and so forth. We understand that CryptoPay is in the building phase, so that's very cool. Then in early August, they released new versions of the Substratum node, 0.3.4 and 0.3.5. With these new updates came more node stability and improvements to the user interface. They stated that they put out a 0.3.4 release, which received bugs and feedback from users, and they were able to release the 0.3.5 no more than a week later, addressing those bugs and issues. That's a pretty great turnaround for updates on a node. Again, here is another video where Justin talks about his release. He also talks about the fact that their product 3 announcement, which was a pretty big deal, was coming soon. Then in August, Justin hosted a Sublock video stream where he showed updates to the subnode and did a quick walkthrough of how CryptoPay will make adoption easier for people because they'll actually be able to use the crypto that they hold for purchases instead of just simply holding it. He also does the product 3 announcement here, which is a pretty big deal. And this product 3 announcement was their Amplify exchange. Let's see if I can fast forward here to get where he talks about it. Spend, grow, question mark. The question mark is obviously Amplify. So if we go over here, what is Amplify? Amplify is going to be Substratum's crypto exchange network. What purpose will it serve? Well, the goal is to allow users to engage with the decentralized exchange, but have their funds settled off-chain, so the exchange itself isn't holding anyone's funds, and people have control of their own crypto. Pair that with the subnode, and ideally this exchange should be able to be accessed by anyone in the world, regardless of what your country's restrictions are. I think that's an extremely important piece of this that should not be understated. Yes, there are a lot of exchanges or even decentralized exchanges popping up, but this one will have no restrictions based on the fact that it's paired with Substratum's node. Justin actually does a 10-minute update video on how the Amplify exchange is different than any of the other exchanges out there right now. I will leave the link down below for this video if anybody is interested in watching it. Then at the end of September, Jason does a quick 3-minute video where he talks about the top 5 things to be excited about around Substratum and their recent developments. He announces that the release of the Substratum node 0.4.1, this release builds on the decentralization features that were released in their last major beta release of 0.4.0. He also mentions that they will soon be releasing the white paper and the website for their Amplify exchange. Another big deal. Unlike the other articles or the other posts on the blog, this one actually has some written information here, which is a nice change of pace for me. So again, all these links will be down below if anybody wants to check them out after the video. In early October, Justin tweets out that he's super excited to announce 27 new full-time employees to the Substratum team. This is a big deal because you have to think in terms of how much work and development they must have going on if they need 27 new people to help out. Obviously, based on the hashtags, these people are also working with and on the Amplify exchange, but it's still a big announcement nonetheless. Then, in the middle of October, they had a massive announcement. They proved that their node works from inside China, Russia, and Iran. Ooh, let me mute this, hold on. They installed the node in each of these 3 countries and successfully circumvented each country's firewall. The whole concept for this project was to create a fair and free internet access to anyone in the world. Not only have they done that, but they've also demoed it for the world to see and prove their network works as advertised. As you can see if you're watching this video, what they do is they go to a couple of Chinese websites to prove that they're kind of within the Chinese firewall, and then they end up going to Twitter, which is normally blocked, but in this instance right here you'll see, because they're running the Substratum node, they are able to access Twitter from within China, which is remarkable. All right, took me a little time to buffer through the video, but as you can see here, they've got the node running on one side, going crazy, and then here they are on Twitter from behind the firewall. So again, that's pretty remarkable, and that's definitely something they should be very proud of. Another important point to mention is that they proved all of this while they were still in beta. I'm so extremely excited for the team. They've taken some criticism after they announced the Amplify exchange, and there's been some FUD around people thinking that they weren't going to deliver on the Substratum project. But this is a great teachable moment for people to take a second and really try to grasp what we've done, and also to understand that good technology and real-world breakthroughs take time. We need to have more trust and patience in these projects and this space as a whole, and be a little bit more supportive as a community. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me today and the update video on Substratum. If you have any projects you'd like me to cover or content suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see everyone soon. Hey guys, curious about any other content I might have? Still need your crypto fix? Go check out my tons of other content in my playlists over here, and I promise you guys won't be disappointed. And as usual, thanks for watching my channel.